Hello, hello, it is I, Cinders Gaming, back with another episode of Hollow Knight Silksong. Um, just like last episode, we had some audio issues, and now we're having to fix it. Um, but as everybody saw last episode, we ended up making it to Greymoor, and fighting that, what was it, fourth chorus, I think? And that was a nuts fight. But, either way, end up getting into a bit of a skerfuffle. Oh, excuse me. Skerfuffle here. Not the most, intense enemies, but, I mean, gotta start off the zone, sorta straightforward, sorta easy. Can't throw all the insane stuff at you out the gate, luckily. And one and done. Let's go. Using our new little robe. Nope. Whatever. Nope. Just, Yeah, that poof of feathers in the background. Yeah. That was a enemy that we will be engaging with later. But first things first, the most important thing. We need to summon the bell puppy. All the bell puppies. Every single one of them. There he is. The goodest of boys. Alright, so I believe we're quickly hopping over to Bone Burrow to get a few things, turn a few things in. Trying to make our overall game life a little bit easier, I believe. Either that or just checking stuff out, because why not? End up picking this quest up. I don't believe I end up messing with it until, like, after this recording at least. So, going to have a little sit. And, looks like we're hop, skipping, and a jumping to summon female Cornifer, whatever her name is. Chakra. Right. And it was a waste of time, because she doesn't have a map for Greymoor. Or at least at this point in time. Well, back to Greymoor we go. Do. And up. Get curious about a wall. Turns out it's a secret honestly found a mouse trap and decided to give it a few thousand smacks down the hole. Just down the hole. Everything but, well, there we go. Snap. And I think overall, I decided to back out because I'm like, you know what, I can't see a darn thing. So, time to head the opposite way. Alright. We shimmy. We cut the grass and we shimmy. Doing a battle. Getting all fighty. Found me some rosaries. Always good. And I find a grandpa bug and his trusty pooch. I don't quite remember what I was trying to do here. I think I was trying to, like, see if there was any sparkly anything, and I just come to realize, nope, no there ain't. So, we just casually make our way back. Try to be fancy and do a bunch of pogos, a bunch of like little fancy little doodads. Find a shard bundle and a butt sniff that runs around with scissors. Immediately gets slapped up by a flying rat. Ooh, got a bit close of getting nipped right then. But yeah, just doing a bunch of exploration. And learn a interesting little nugget of information about these goobers. If they're either right above you or right heckin' below you, they can just scissor their way through the floor that they're standing on. Or subsequently, scissor their way through the floor right above them. It's a little aggravating at first, but not as bad as I was originally boo-hooing about. And yeah, I just immediately forget that they could do that. It's like, oh yeah, we're just gonna go up or down depending on where you're standing. Knocking out a shortcut. Technically a shortcut. And rat. You gotta hate rats. Dang, those rats. They're driving me insane. They give me conniptions. But small reprieve, we get to hang out with Bell Puppy again. And off we go to get our revenge on a blind mouse. Blind bug mouse. And me being me, I just can't leave the enemies alone. And eventually I do get the hint, like I don't have to fight everything, but as you see, I wasn't thinking. Lost whatever rosaries that I had, and immediately regretted it. Because I think I had a decent haul. Alright. And flip a dip. And the reason why I keep hitting that wall is because it sounds like there's a flea in that room. Now, whether there is or not, I don't know. But that's what it sounds like to me. I mean, obviously, y'all won't be able to hear it because, you know, dead audio! Yay! Technical issues! It's always so great. Boop. Give me your rosaries. Whoops. Remembering I don't have a map, so now I just gotta hope that I can figure out where I'm needing to go. And just everything starts compounding. It's just like, oh yeah, well, I can't do this, I can't do that. I keep missing this jump. And I end up watching Dorat freaking fall to its doom. Or so I thought. Turns out, it fell to my doom. Because, yeah. The doom that dooms doomingly. Like I said, eventually I'll learn I just should, skip all the ads that I don't need to fight. But that takes a minute, and, yeah. And I find a pit that quite honestly just doesn't have anything. But I found a shortcut. Quickly trying to be fancy and hit it through the ceiling. Sorry about all the yawning and sniffling and all that. Didn't sleep well. As the time of this voiceover. And also just not feeling well. I have found the grandpa. I've no intent to disturb Sir Bug. I'm merely passing these towers, and yeah. Knowing the battlefield, a warrior's reason, just look at you. Your stance and blade almost alone, they declare a fight. As the bravest of knights, if direct challenge were offered, honor would see noble Garmund accept. Fortunate that seems not to be the intent. In truth, I'm still sleeping off something of a altercation myself. Had our meeting called for a knightly duel, you would have had the luck to behold my skills, I guess. What causes you travel these blighted lands, Garmund? Do you seek the Citadel? I, but do not mistaken a valorous adventurer for a mere pilgrim. Mine is a sacred quest, shared with my most trusted companion, Zaza. We seek the Citadel not for its gifts, nay, sister. We seek its rulers to demand their answers, by force if necessary, for our dear village to whom we pledged our shells. The fearsome haunting of Thread, it overcame our fair folk. We are all that remain, left to carry their memories and the hopes to see some justice paid. And we shimmity. And we shimmity. And we just decide for some weird reason to attack this goober that was not messing with us in the slightest. found our silk cocoon. And now we find a hallway of candles. It's very spooky. It's very spooky, scary. So over here carefully trying not to fall to my doom. And now, we have a fight on our hands. Just smack. Doing a bit of a shimmy and a shake. Ow. It's the Scissor Man! The Scissor Man is coming to smack us about. Smack. Get smacked instead. A body? Well, when in doubt. I have obtained the Reaper's Crest. Awesome. Awesome, 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 and possum. Let's go. And now, thanks to the Reaper's Crest, our attacks have changed. They've gone from quick little jabs to slower slaps. Sadly, looks like that room is a one-off. Basically, you go in, you finish the trial, you get locked out. I'm just 100% like, I'm not dealing with a flyer right now. And off we go. Yeah. Just seeing that shadow actually, like, made me wig out. I'm like, I don't think I want to figure out what that is. But I mean, altogether, I end up figuring out what it is. And it's a boss of a sense. Litany of the Worker. May we catch the dregs and never tire. May we clean the dregs and never hunger. May we spool the dregs and never falter. These little texts throughout the game are a little odd, to say the least. Well, now I'm down here. Might as well heal, and I notice the glow, and I'm like, the heck's going on? End up reading, or trying to figure it out. And I think eventually I just figure out, like, for a short period of time, I get extra silk. But I don't understand exactly how that translates. Because I think, oh, like, it'll just automatically give me the silk onto my loom there. Big rat! Ow. I'm just like, yeah, nah. And then I end up noticing these little poofs. These little globs of silk that spawn. And I'm like, oh, that is awesome. And now I'm getting some beads, some rosaries. Accidentally made a bit of a loop. Made a second loop, and that was actually on accident. Meant to jump. And now we're back to the bell puppy. Got pretty excited about that. I think I was just trying to decide, should I go and see if Shanka or whatever had a map or not. Ultimately, decided to do so. More or less, I was just meandering, not really wanting to deal with whatever potential goober I was having to put up with, and re-equip all of my stuff, realizing that the memory locket that I used on the previous, like the default crest, didn't carry over to this crest. So I'm currently trying to figure out whether I want to use the bell or the shaman's fuduggery. I think altogether I decided just to use the bell, because why not? Yeah, this is where I like verify. I'm like, oh, they don't carry over. Oh no. Oh no. Now, I don't really remember specifically why I was meandering so long, but I think overall I just decided, you know what, I will figure out all this stuff later. It is time to move the heck on. I decided to I was about to say, I think I get the magnetic brooch, because it is pretty nice to just be able to grab all your rosaries from any distance. Still trying to get used to the controls, but luckily I end up, figuring it out sooner rather than later. Wake up, Bell Puppy, we got places to go. Back to Greymore! Back to Greymore, the greyest of moors. And I was a little giddy about, the obvious, oh, it's like the retriever flies from the first Hollow Knight game. And I end up fooling around with the skate and dance, skate wiggle. So I was just having a little fun. And just out of habit from the other zones, I realize, oh yeah, I don't have a map. And I just figure, you know what? Maybe I could find chakra somewhere. And here I am making a bunch of mistakes. Gotta love that. Mistakes are so fun. Woo! Now, overall, I don't know why I decide to go up when I when I should be heading down. But I mean, that is a past me issue. And then I get ripped a new one by my hubris. I shimmy, I shake, I shimmy, I shake, I jump. Let's go. And me, being the goober I am, I was like, you know what? I need to get my stuff back. Absolutely clueless to the fact that I didn't really have all too much in the first place. Ow. But oh well. How to know you're getting fed up with an enemy. You use your get the heck out of my way ability just to speed up their demise. And by this point, I think in my recording session I was just beginning to get a little out of it. So I just ended up forgetting that the shortcut brought me here. And out of habit, I checked the map. Then I end up doing the, I know this place! Yes! Finally, shortcut, time to save. Heck, heck, heck. Heck, you, get out of the way. And I just immediately like, you know what? I'm not going to constantly like have to take the Bellway back from Bone Barrow, so I'm gonna root my butt right here. And I believe this is where I start like grumbling and griping. I'm like, what? I put in 80, only got 60 back? What is going on? Ah, and then like the entire run back, I'm like, you know what? Keeping 60, um, keeping 60 and losing 20 is better than losing the entire lot. So I just sort of put up with it. I just sort of grin and bear it. Chickity, 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 chick. And chomp, chomp, chomp. And I'm like, you know what? Might as well make a few of these. Wouldn't hurt. Yeah, I think this is where I'm like, you know what? Heck it. I've got better things to do. And like, I'm just standing there like, I feel like this is boss vibey territory. Like, it is. It just feels too convenient. And I'm like, I knew it. And because I'm a goobus, I ended up getting slapped up initially by, or instantly, by Morwing. and I get slapped up again. Because, well, he hurts. Or it hurts. More wing is a snot. And I think I end up remembering that the old man, Waverman Jenkins or whatever, the guy that's like, oh, we're after a beast and whatnot. I think this is when I actually like recruit him. I'm like, hey, I think I found your goober. Or not. I know I do eventually recruit him, which actually makes the fight a lot easier. Noted, I still die because I'm having to figure out his abilities, but I have to spend less time in the fight as a whole. I forgot to deploy the parachute. But, oh well, the show must go on. And go on it shall. And yeah, clearly I didn't notice him, but like you could obviously see for like a frame or two off on the right hand side the guy, the night dude. He was like right there at the entrance. Whoops. And this is where I learned, even stunned, the boss ends up hurting you. So, yeah. That's always fun to learn. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, you just did a big ol' load of damage. Well, retaliation. And the main reason why I'm fighting this goober is because I had the mentality of, oh, well, if I can get to the boss with a full spool of thread, I can, have an easier time trying to stay alive. Little did I remember that I quite honestly get my entire spool of thread filled when I break my cocoon or my silk binding or whatever it is. So, oh jeez. Yeah, and I don't think I get much further in this attempt, but it's more of just me needing to learn the move sets and whatnot than really much else. You know, like any boss fight. And this is where I fully start noticing the orbs. I'm like, oh, the orbs are what end up filling my silk, the not the fact I'm hitting a thing. And then he starts bringing out new shiz, and I have a bit of trouble figuring out what is what and where it goes when, and whap. Yep, that's the thing. It's a place and a stuff and another thing, and I clearly get a bit frustrated, so I just sit for a minute. But yeah, I think actually this is when I fully remember. I'm like, wait, wasn't there a bug that was like, hey, I'm looking for potentially what I'm currently fighting right now? So I end up just saying heck it to fighting that guy. Shows you how much I remember. Because clearly, I don't get the hint until, I guess, the end of the video. I'm like, hey, there's a thing, woo! But I mean, in my defense, I'm used to fighting things on my own anyway, so the fact that NPCs are actually willing to fight alongside you in Hollow Knight, just in general, like both the first game and this one, it's a little odd. Because outside of Quarrel, for, you know, just the original Hollow Knight, I don't remember if there is actually another team-up fight outside of Hornet helping you with the final boss if you do all the right stuff. Excuse me. Starting to get a small bit of a rhythm to this guy's mess, but not good enough to survive. Like, I'll do what I can, but I believe I do actually explode in a few moments. Yep, there it is. There it is. There is the kablooey. And the hits, they just keep coming. So I keep just trying to be fancy and do all this mess and jump, jump, jump. I'm like, oh, look, it's the dude. Hold there, sister. A great beast strides this or stalks this land, swooping and screaming like an ill-mannered beast. Zaza has been following the creature's scent, and now I'm sure we're almost upon it. We're so close my whiskers are bristling. Such a beast is worthy quarry for for the valiant, eh? What say you, shall we team up? The battle ahead may indeed be arduous. I accept your offer of aid, sir. Goro! Yes, no force in the kingdom can withstand our might. Lead on, sister. Zaza and I will be close behind. And now, with a new vote of confidence, I'm like, oh, cool, now we get a teammate. This is going to be a bit easier because I don't have to have the aggro specifically locked to me. And I make some goofy Don Quixote references somewhere through this. Because that's what this guy reminds me of. It's freaking Don Quixote and him trying to fight windmills thinking they're giants. Fights, fights, fights. Constant fighting. Like, I think that I get really close to actually ripping Morwing here. Ripping him a new thorax. But it was not meant to be. Oh well. And I try my hand at, pogoing the boss because I just thought it'd be funny. My logic, if I stay above the boss, I can't get hit until now. Ow. And then I start grumbling at myself. I'm like, well, at least I can't get mad at anything else. I'm the one that made all the mistakes. So off to the boss we go again. And while, the footage plays in the background, I hope everybody is enjoying my playthrough so far of Hollow Knight Silksong. I know I am, at least. But at the same time, I'm playing it. I am being engaged. So... maybe I should narrow it down to... I hope I'm being entertaining during my playthrough of Hollow Knight Silksong. Outside of unfortunate audio issues like I'm having with these past two, or the past episode and this one. Ow. Flying enemies are a pain in the butt. Smack, smack, smack. Heal. Smack, smack, smack. Crack. Get it? Let's go! Have a bit of a fanfare going when, initially. Well fought, sister, well fought. Though terrible and tenacious, the beast was no match for us. Be proud, the bugs of this land will sing of our victory to their offspring, and their offspring's offspring forevermore. Though the dust has not yet settled over the battle here, Zaza and I must soon be away. The memory of our village calls us ever onward. Farewell, brave sister. I'm having a bit of a, giddy fit. I'm like, yeah, let's go. I did the ting, and I'm like, why is there a bunch of thread? Why is there a bunch of bells? What is going on? I don't like it. Sign. The settlement, pilgrim, the settlement welcomes all who step the holy path. May you case your shells, or may you ease your shells within, that your strength may be better given to the citadel or something like that. I couldn't read fast enough. Yeah, that ain't freaky at all. Hmm. Yep, that's a heck no. Thread spun town. And I'm like, oh yeah, Beltway, wee. All right. Excuse me. Gotta summon the bell puppy. And yes, I did know that there was a bench in that in Bellheart, but just the entire place just gave me the heebie-jeebies, and I wasn't risking it. I think I actually ended up mentioning a moment in the first Hollow Knight game where you end up sitting at a bench that's like surrounded by like these just chilled out goobers, and then you get abducted because you end up getting spun up in a web and like imprisoned basically. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to relive that, so I'm just gonna not. Here I am, hoping that Chakra has a map, and a little frustrated that she only has a Bellheart map, not a Greymore map. So I just buy the map and grumble a bit. I just grumble, grumble, grumble. Alright. Well, as far as this recording, I'm going to, sign off here. Hope everybody enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Cinders Gaming, signing out.